afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles and I'm Bob. It's good to see you, Bob. Yes, it is. This week, I'd like to talk a little bit about being left out. Oh, no. Hold on, Bob. There are countless ways of being left out. Yeah. And today, we're mainly talking about that mega change in life as a parent who has finally had to let go. Oh, yeah. And? Well, on paper, it looks easier enough, but it can be an ordeal, to say the least, for many of us. Some can let go with ease. All the power to you, I say. And then there are the others that mourn all the moments, the absolute enjoyment of your child's presence, their company, all of it. So as the rumour goes, there's a quiet shift that happens when your children grow up and step fully into their own lives. Yeah? It doesn't arrive all at once. There's no clear line in the sand, but one day you realise something has changed. Hey, why did the lady wear a helmet every time she ate? She was on a crash diet. That's a little bit sucky. No, it wasn't. The house is quieter, yes, but it's more than that, way more than that. The rhythm of connection has altered, and somehow, without meaning to, you're no longer at the centre of their world. I mean, you only taught them how to blow their own nose, right? Yes. Yeah, and hold a spoon if I'm correct, yeah? Yeah, of course. But you always knew this was the goal. You did? Oh, you did. Yeah, righto. You raised them to be independent, capable, happy, and they are. Correct. Remember when we had to smack the TV because the channel wasn't coming in clearly? I feel that way about far too many people these days. You would, Bob. Yeah, I do. Yeah. They have their own routines now, their own responsibilities, their own people. They're building lives that don't revolve around you anymore, and that's exactly what you wanted for them. I can feel a butt coming on. But knowing that doesn't make the feeling go away, because now access feels different, limited, conditional almost. Hate when older people say you're too young to be tired. All right, Margaret, you're too old to be alive, but here we are. Hashtag being left out. You notice that if you don't reach out, if you don't call, text, suggest a visit, days or even weeks can pass without hearing from them. My favourite mythical creature, the honest politician. Yeah. So not out of neglect, not out of lack of love, but simply because their lives are full and yours suddenly has more space in it than you expected. Yeah, that's right. It isn't for many, yeah. It can leave you wondering, what happened to us? You think back to when conversation was constant, when their lives unfolded in front of you in real time. It was only when I bought a motorbike that I found out that adrenaline is brown. Oh, I always did wonder the colour. Yes, did I, yeah. And you didn't have to ask to be included. You just were. Now, inclusion takes effort, it takes initiative, it takes being the one who reaches first, and there's a quiet sadness in that. My psychiatrist told me I was crazy and I said, I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too. Oh, right. Yeah. And in that sadness, it's not because they've done anything wrong, but because the relationship has shifted into something unfamiliar. Yeah, that's it. You thought you had this deep ongoing closeness, and in many ways you still do, but it no longer shows up in the same way every day. Change sucks. Sure feels like that at the beginning. So the relationship is less automatic, more intentional, sometimes a little one-sided. A little? Yeah, right. Meanwhile, they're doing well. Yeah, well, you hope they are. Yes, hoping they're happy. If all is equal in the world, you can see it, hear it in their voices, notice it in the way they talk about their lives, and there's pride in that. Real, undeniable pride. I hate when I'm about to hug someone really sexy and my face hits the mirror. Well, yes. Yeah. Yes, you did your job. You gave them what they needed to go out into the world and thrive. But pride and loss can sit side by side. Oh, that's good and true. So you find yourself in this strange in-between place, trying to catch up with who they are now. Yeah, playing catch-up, yeah. Learning how to fit into their adult lives while quietly carrying the ache of being less central than you once were. Yeah. You don't want to burden them with that feeling. You don't want to make them feel guilty, so you hold it mostly on your own. And slowly you begin to understand that this is another kind of parenting. Hey, the CEO of IKEA was elected Prime Minister in Sweden. He should have his cabinet together by the end of the weekend. Right. So this different kind of parenting, it is one that asks for letting go again and again. The again bit does my head in. Yes, it is. One that requires patience. Yeah, don't do patience. This is the learning part, Bob. Having to develop patience if you want a happy relationship with them. We must practice restraint. What do you mean? Restraint. Don't tell them how to live their life. Don't criticise, say their home, their decor. It is them developing themselves. Praise them, support them. Oh, yeah, okay. And have a willingness to accept love in a new form. Less frequent, perhaps, but still real. It's not the relationship you had, and it might still be a good one, just different. #being left out. Life has shifted quietly but completely. There was a time when the rhythm between you and your children felt certain, defined by care, guidance, and a kind of closeness that didn't need explaining. I gave up my seat to a blind person in the bus. This is how I lost my job as a bus driver. So you were the anchor, the decision maker, the one who knew, but now they are adults, functioning, capable, independent, and somewhere along the line, the rules change. Yeah, they did. The hardest part isn't that they've grown up, it's that the relationship has grown into something new, and you're the one trying to catch up to it. True. Trying to get a hobby, I reckon. That's all very well, Bob, but these kind of emotions are a lot. You see the differences in the way they speak, the way they make decisions without you. Yeah? The way they come and go with lives that no longer revolve around yours. In my next life, I'm coming back with money and looks and looks instead of the sparkling personality, bloody malarkey. You do have a sparkling personality. Oh, I know. You notice the distance, not necessarily physical, but emotional, structural. The hierarchy has softened, maybe even disappeared. Sometimes life just sucks the jelly right out of your donut. It does, that's true. Yeah. And while this is natural, even healthy, it doesn't mean it's easy. Change is one of the very few guarantees in life. What do you mean? Well, you guarantee there's going to be change. Oh, all right. I recall realising that in its fullness when I was around 28. Change moves quietly through our days, reshaping routines, relationships, and even the way we see ourselves. Oh, yes, correct. To those who watch my life and gossip about it, don't give up. Season 2 is coming. Ho-ho! Oh, yes, it is. Yeah. We're told to expect change, to embrace it, to trust that it leads to growth, and yet knowing that change is natural doesn't make it any easier to live through, does it? Yeah, it never gets easier, but does it? Well, there's a strange tension in that truth. On one hand, we understand that nothing stays the same forever. Seasons shift, people evolve, and circumstances move beyond our control. Yeah. On the other hand, there's comfort in familiarity, the known patterns, the steady presence of what we've grown used to. Ah, yes. Sometimes I hang up on people and act like my phone died. You gotta do, I guess. Yeah, and I do. Oh, I know. So when those things begin to shift, even for the better, it can feel like losing something before we've had the chance to hold on to it a little longer. Like what? Oh, no, old phones, cables, DVDs I don't watch anymore, relationships, furniture, people and their stuff. Yes. Change asks us to let go before we're ready. It pushes us into spaces where we don't yet know who we are or how things will turn out. That uncertainty can be unsettling. The main function of your little toe is making sure all the furniture in the house is in the right place. Yes. Yeah. Ouch. It can feel like standing on unstable ground where every step forward requires trust we're not sure we have. And yet difficulty doesn't mean something is wrong. It simply means something matters. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Very true. Yeah. I just tried to kill a spider with hairspray. He's still alive, but his hair looks outstanding. The The ache that comes with change often reflects the value of what's being left behind. And there it is. Hashtag being left out. It's a sign of attachment, of care, of having experienced something meaningful enough to miss. Over time, we learn that ease isn't a requirement for growth. Some of the most important changes in life arrive wrapped in discomfort. They stretch us,
Lordy, yes.
challenge us, and quietly reshape us into people we couldn't have become otherwise. But even then, it's okay to admit that the process is hard.
If you ever need me, I'm always 4 missed calls and 5 text messages away.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Because change can be both necessary and painful. It can be right and still feel wrong in the moment. And perhaps the most honest way to face it isn't by pretending it's easy, but by allowing ourselves to feel the weight of it while still choosing step by step to move forward.
Made a lot of mistakes in my life, but adding more cheese than what the recipe asked for has never been one of them.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, I know. Lots of cheese, yummy.
Our young adult kids don't always see it. They don't see the internal shift you've had to make from being needed in every moment to being optional in some.
I've been looking for my sanity, but I think it ran off with my motivation. The matching socks and the good Tupperware libs as well. Yeah.
They don't see how you're recalibrating your role, learning when to speak and when to hold back.
Geez, it's a bit tricky.
But you have to learn to hold back.
Bite the tongue.
If you have to, yes. So you're figuring out how to be present without overstepping. They don't see the quiet grief that comes with no longer being at the centre of their world.
Yeah.
And maybe they can't see it because for them, this evolution feels like freedom. It feels like progress.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
For you, it feels like learning a new language without a guide. Ugh, totally. You're still their mother. You're still their dad. That hasn't changed. But what that means, how it looks, how it expressed, that's what's different now.
There should be rewards program for doing basic chores like 5 loads of laundry equals like a free margarita.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's a relationship that requires negotiation instead of assumption, respect that flows both ways, but it isn't always voiced. Boundaries that didn't exist before, space where there used to be constant connection, and all of this, you're adapting.
My glasses are always dirty, but honestly, it's fine. I've seen enough. Yeah.
You're learning to step beside them instead of ahead of them. You listen more than instruct and really listen to accept that love doesn't disappear when it changes shape. It just becomes less obvious, less constant, and sometimes more fragile.
If you're waiting for me to act normal, I hope you packed a snack.
It's always good to pack a snack, especially with you, Bob. It's not that they don't care. It's that they're living their lives, often unaware of the emotional distance you're working so hard on to understand.
Sometimes I just have to turn off the news, take a deep breath, and put on a serial killer documentary so that I can relax.
You're not kidding. So you adjust slowly, imperfectly, because even though the relationship has changed, the love hasn't. And maybe this new version, awkward, evolving, sometimes unbalanced, is still something worth growing into. Well,
You'd want to hope so, wouldn't you? I have done some really terrible things for money, like getting up early and going to work.
you poor thing, you.
Yeah, suffered I have, yeah.
There's a moment after the noise fades when you realise the structure that held your days together is gone. No school runs, no constant decisions for other people, no urgency that isn't self-imposed. It can feel like standing in a quiet house you once filled, still yours, but unfamiliar. So, what now? Hashtag being left out. First, accept that this isn't an ending, it's an unstructured beginning.
It's a bit unstructured, all right.
Everyone is going to have a different experience. I know a couple whose adult son and wife live in the same suburb, so they see each other quite a bit. It hasn't been a harsh separation. Others I know have had their adult child go overseas to live.
Oh boy, that'd be tough.
And others have had to grieve an adult child who has passed, and that carries a uniquely heavy grief, one that is profoundly unnatural, and there is the quiet aching awareness that life was already changing, that they would have eventually moved out and built a life of their own.
Yes.
Also, it has to be mentioned when a parent is forced to mourn an older adult son or daughter who is alive and they have been left out of their lives. And that is an unspeakable pain, another hill to climb in terms of healing and getting on with life. Not easy by any stretch, but is also too many people's stories.
It doesn't matter how old you are. Buying snacks for a road trip should always look like an unsupervised 9-year-old was given $100.
Bless your cotton socks there, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
So this episode explodes. No, this episode explores what happens after your child moves out when the dust settles and a new normal begins.
Why wasn't I warned that when you're an adult one day, you get a little bit tired and you stay that way for the rest of your life?
You should exercise, Bob.
Yeah, whatever.
So for some parents, it's a welcome shift, more freedom, quieter days and space to discover themselves.
Yeah, right.
For others, the transition is far from easy, bringing a sense of loss, identity change or lingering worry.
I was born to be wild, but only till 8:30ish and maybe 9 p.m. tops.
Well, at least you know your limits.
That's right, yeah.
So moving forward means navigating those mixed emotions, finding balance and redefining what parenting and life looks like in the next chapter.
Listen, at my age, I've walked like an Egyptian. I've moonwalked. I've walked this way. I've walked on the wild side. I've walked on sunshine. I've walked the line. I even walked 500 miles. There's a lot of walking. I'm tired and I'm done walking.
Good to know.
Yeah. Good to know, right? Yeah.
So I have dear friends, when their daughter moved out, Dad lost his mind, missed her so much, and Mum, well, she pulled out the Sauvignon Blanc and partied, literally.
Good on you, Mum.
So the discomfort you feel isn't emptiness, it's unused space.
Oh, I like that. Unused space. Right, yeah, all right.
And unused space is possibility, even if it doesn't feel like it yet.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, unused space, possibility. Yeah.
Start small and start in real time. Wake up and give your day a shape, not a rigid schedule, but a rhythm.
I'm going to create a website called Older Fans. It's just time telling you what part of my body hurts today and what minuscule task I was doing that caused it.
Should be a huge success.
Yeah, I think so.
So start small. Go for a walk in the morning, not for fitness alone, but to reintroduce yourself to the world as it is now, that casual cruise back into simple pleasures. Notice who else is out and about in the morning. Coffee time, the barista who remembers names, the retirees who've already built a routine. You are not the only one standing at this crossroads.
I get so offended when my body decides we're going to get sick. I fed you a vegetable last week. How dare you betray me like this? So ungrateful. Yeah.
Okay. So reclaim your attention. For years, your focus was outward, towards your kids, your work, your responsibilities.
And one day you're young, the next you're lowering the music to park because it just helps you to see better.
So now you have to relearn what holds your interest when no one is asking anything of you.
Well, there's a concept.
So try things without needing them to matter. Read widely, take a class, learn something impractical. Let curiosity lead before purpose does.
I refer to testicles as wonkers because they're in between a willy and a chocolate factory.
Oh, you're all class, Bob.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Yeah.
So reach out even when it feels awkward. Your adult kids are living their lives, and that's the job. You did well.
That's right, yeah. Well done. Yes.
Hashtag being left out. But connection doesn't end there. It just changes form. Call a friend you've lost touch with. Say yes to invitations you might once have declined.
Yeah, I'd say yes. Yes, I would.
Join something, anything that meets regularly. Community doesn't appear. It's built slowly and deliberately.
Love is spending the rest of your life with someone you want to kill and not doing it because you'd miss them.
Oh my gosh, that describes a few people I know. Consider work, but redefine what it means. Maybe you return to your field, maybe you don't. Maybe it's part-time, advisory, or something entirely new.
I hate people who fall asleep instantly. It takes me 4 hours, 27 positions, 8 fake scenarios, and 3 trips to the bathroom.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Work now doesn't have to prove anything. It can simply engage you, challenge you, or connect you. That's enough.
Yeah, that's sound advice, yeah.
Give your experience away. You've lived, learned, failed, adapted. That has value.
I'd like to thank any of you out there for being my friend. I mean, it's a questionable life decision on your part, but I do appreciate it.
Good on you, Bob. Thank you too.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mentor someone, volunteer, help without being asked. Contribution is one of the fastest way to turn what do I do now into this is why I'm here.
Yeah, nice.
And allow space for grief because something has ended. A role, an identity, a way of being needed. Don't rush past that.
Yeah, true.
But don't build a home in it either.
Yeah, that's right.
The real shift is this. Your life is no longer defined by who depends on you, but by what you choose to show up for.
I'm always disappointed when a liar's pants don't actually catch on fire.
Yeah, me too, Bob.
Yeah, truly.
So today, just today, do 3 things.
If you haven't already.
Yeah, go outside. Speak to someone. Do one thing that feels slightly new or slightly uncomfortable. Not forever, just today. And then do it again tomorrow.
There we go, bit of applause.
Good on you, Bob.
Yeah.
Hashtag being left out. That's how a life begins to fill back up. Not all at once, but in lived, ordinary moments that slowly start to matter again.
Do you know why beautiful people are always busy? I'll tell you later. I'm busy.
Okay, beautiful. So when you're ready to spill the beans, I'd love to know. But it is the end of this episode.
No way.
Yes way. But we'll be back next week. So say good day to the family for me. Give the cuckoo clock a spanner. And we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then. Bye.
Bye.